So let's talk about James Baldwin and My Dungeon Shook. Baldwin wasn't just a writer, he was that friend who tells you the truth, even when it hurts. The US government did not love that, but his honesty. Iconic. My Dungeon Shook is a letter he wrote to his nephew in 1963. Right in the middle of the civil rights movement. And in this letter, Baldwin basically says, America will try to make you believe you're less. Don't ever let it.
Tell us about it.
Hell. Baldwin explains that racism isn't about individual mean people. It's a whole system built into laws, schools, housing, everything. That's why black Americans keep facing the same barriers, generation after generation. This connects directly to critical race theory, which argues exactly that. Racism is woven into institutions, not just attitudes. Baldwin was saying this before it became an academic theory. Visionary.
How so?
Baldwin talks about how white America created a fake version of history to protect its own innocence. Instead of admitting to injustice, the nation pretends everything is equal now. Meanwhile, the structures stay the same. Honestly, still relatable in 2025.
Tell us more about it.
Even though Baldwin wasn't a politician, politicians were watching him. Literally, the FBI monitored him because they thought his ideas could influence black consciousness. When the government is scared of your words, you're saying something real. His work pushed people to question US democracy, equality, and who the system actually serves. And this ties into theories like pluralism versus elitism. Baldwin constantly exposed how the US claims to be a government for everyone. But in reality, power sits with an elite group that controls institutions and writes the rules.
What stood out to you?
For me, it's how Baldwin mixes truth with love. He tells his nephew that black people come from strength, creativity, survival, not the stereotypes created by the system. It's both a warning and empowerment. That balance makes the letter unforgettable.
How do you feel about it?
Honestly, the letter feels modern. Baldwin's words sound like he wrote them today, especially when he calls out how America refuses to face its racial history. If Baldwin were alive today watching political debates, he'd probably roll his eyes and say, "We've been over this."
What part caught your attention?
The line where he basically tells America, "You can't call yourself a democracy if you can't face the truth." It hits hard. So yeah, My Dungeon Shook isn't just a letter. It's a reality check. A challenge to American government. A call for moral responsibility. And honestly, we'll drag session toward a system that still struggles to live up to its own ideals. And that's Baldwin. Bold, brilliant, and absolutely necessary.